Hello everyone. So for this part 3 of this modding tool tutorial, so first I just want to mention something I didn't say and actually didn't do in the last part, and I realized I had to do it for this part, so let's do it now. This is to be able to make the track have the correct scale for TK2. This is something I'm not really good with, if you know me. So to do this, let's clear a bit our project. So let's close this because we don't need it. Tracks, we know where it is, so we will not need it either. But let's open the vehicle place, get the example vehicle, access the gameplay prefab base, and then let's put it on the track. And to be honest, I feel like there's too many things here to work with, so I'm going to hide the environment and hide the walls, sorry. Like this, I only have the road left, and it's 0. So I'm going to try and see what's happening if, for example, I want to go on this small path. This is a small path where it's a shortcut. And what about it? If I try to get it onto it, it's a bit big, isn't it? It's really big. And if I try to move it somewhere else, for example, here, for example, on the start, there, it's enormous. It's not just big, it's enormous. So we need to crank up, sorry, our what's the name of it? Our map, our track. So to do this, we could potentially change the scale of everything, though we don't want to do this because it would mean that we are going to change every single part of the map and change its scale, meaning a lot of things. So let's just change the import. So let's go back to our source I just closed because I said we didn't need it. So let's open it, and there you have the scale factor. The scale factor, you can actually set it to something bigger. This is enormous compared to the map. So let's try and multiply it by 6, apply, and then now that I have this, I'll just hide this too, like this. It's easier to work with. There you go. And now that I have 6 time, it's still a bit. I don't really know because I'm not good with scales, but it looks like maybe it's fine like this. Yes, let's see and what happens if I move it, for example, here. So if you want to move something you actually have selected here in the hierarchy, you can just put your cursor here and Control Shift F. I don't remember if I already told you, but there you go. And here it is. Teleports. Actually, it's pretty large, isn't it? I think it's pretty good. So let's just consider this as the good size. Maybe in the future it will change to be able to have it smaller or bigger, probably smaller. So let's just remove this. Now that this is correct now, it's bigger. And as you can see, the meshes are correct. So the mesh collider is still the same. Like if I do convex, which makes it a big ball instead, we can see it's using everything. So let's remove this. Please do not keep it on. Like this, it's great, and it's pretty. So there you go. It's correctly set like this. So now though I will need to update the invisible wall because it was really small and now it shouldn't be really small. So let's check if he's still underneath. Not exactly. So like this. I suppose this is the small part. So like this, putting it in the middle, making it super large. We super large. There you go. I do the same thing with this, but since it's super long, I'm actually going to do it manually. There you go. And there we have our death zone back. Let's just see if it goes well. It fits well. If you go there or there, I mean, we could put walls, but as I said, it's a demonstration, not a polished one. So there you go. We fixed everything on our rainbow road size. Let's put the environment and walls back. Like this is pretty. You can see everything is going good. So the environment is now completely useless for what we want to do. So let's just hide it to be able to have something more usable. So now let's continue on what was the purpose of this part, the gameplay setup core. So the names are pretty explanatory. So, and you have also the wiki to explain you. So I'm not going to go on this. So if you click here, you have the B track is looped, which means is it just round and rounds, or do you have to go from point A to point B? Let this up, I believe. This is the intro camera. When you enter the game, it actually has the camera coming from the right and doing zoom behind your car. If you click this for specific player, instead of coming from the right, it's going to come from the left. There you go. I don't need it. So there it is. So start position. So this is the object of the start position. I hidden it. So there you go. This is the object of the start position. So we can see it seems pretty good considering the size of it. So I'm happy because it means the scale is probably correct. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing as I did with the car. I'm going to put myself here, boom, and move the start by selecting it, cursor, Control Shift F, and boom, here. And you can see it actually automatically sets them to the colliders. So I'm just going to move it a bit because it's not entirely perfect. So those are parameters that permits to manipulate this. So you can deactivate this if you want to put put one by one manually. We're not going to do this, so we'll keep this activated. Don't change the initial setup. This is good as it is. We're going only to change this. So the front back distances is the distance between this and this line. So as you can see there, distance is in raw in Z or in X. We're not going to use this either. And this is the orientation. So you can see all those are looking in this direction because they're actually aiming for this. If I do this and I get it closer, every car is actually aiming this. So because we want to have go long, we're going to do this, and X is if you want to go like this. So here we're going to do it like this perfectly well. And this is the first turn on the right, on the left. Actually, it just changes the position, inverted. So there, I actually put this here, and I think I'm just going to put it even a bit more Boom, like this. Great. So looking good. Yes, it does. So let's save this. And we now have our start position, which is correct. Looking at the next part in the wiki, we can see the finish line, this one, which is F here. So this one has to, when you're here in local, because this it permits to move or to rotate or to act on a game object using local coordinates or global coordinates. It doesn't change here because it actually doesn't have any rotation. But keep local every time when using this. And the objective is you have the blue line here, blue direction. This has to be in the direction of the race. So where I'm missing my word, sorry. Where carts are headed to. So we want this to be the finish line. So what I'm going to do is to move myself here, using everything that I learned. And I'm going just to move it a bit like this. Click the boundaries, Ctrl Shift Mage, then F to move back. Bam. Here I have this. I can set it correctly. I'm just going to remove its rotation, and I prefer having specific clear rotation. So there you go, and there I put it where there's the line. This is what will actually make the lap count. So for this map, it's fine to leave it like this because no one's going to come from elsewhere. But if you're expecting people to have tremendously big jumps, you could get the scale up and do something like this. Or you can even have the scale in X up like this if people just go next to the not into the center, not in the center, but they will still count the lap. And there you go. So we're fine. As I said, blue direction, and now you will see that global and local are different. So if you're in global, it will actually be like it will actually not show you direction. So local, blue in the same direction. Let's go. Let's save this now. And we've done a lot of things. So this is already something pretty long, so I'm not going to finish the gameplay core in this video because next one is to be able to add boost pads and everything. So this is all for now. You have the finish line, they have the start position. And actually, if you want to go a bit out of this video, because I'm not going to explain it now, but if you want to go a bit out of this video, you can actually export normally your map and you will be able to test it on your side. So this is all. Maybe I just do a 3.5 test your map part. Not sure yet, though this is how you do to at least be able to have a track which looks playable. Thanks for listening to me. I speak too much for what I do. And I'll see you next one. Bye.